The UNSC, United Nations Security Council, has voted in favor of a US drafted resolution which endorses Donald Trump's 20-point plan for Gaza. And this includes, it's included in the plan is the establishment of an International Stabilisation Force, ISF, and a path to a future Palestinian state. Now, there were 13 votes in favor of the text, with only Russia and China abstaining, but no vetoes. Trump posted on social media that the vote, which he said acknowledges and endorses the Board of Peace chaired by him, will go down as one of the biggest approvals in the history of the UN. He said that it will lead to further peace all over the world. US Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, said that after the vote, the resolution represents another significant step that will enable Gaza to prosper and an environment that will allow Israel to live in security. The text, which was revised several times as a result of high-stakes negotiations, authorizes the creation of ISF that would work with Israel and Egypt and newly trained Palestinian police to help secure border areas and demilitarize the Gaza Strip. The ISF is mandated to work on the permanent decommissioning of weapons from non-state armed groups, civilians, and securing humanitarian aid corridors as well. Hamas, which is excluded by the resolution from any governance role in Gaza, said that the resolution did not meet Palestinians' political and humanitarian demands and rights. The group reasoned that assigning the international force with tasks and roles inside Gaza includes disarming the resistance, strips it of its neutrality, and turns it into a party to the conflict or in favor of the occupation. The text says once the Palestinian Authority has carried out requested reforms and the rebuilding of Gaza is underway, the conditions may finally be in place for a credible pathway to Palestinian self-determination and statehood. A path to future statehood was included following pressure from key Arab states. It also calls for the resumption of humanitarian aid deliveries at scale through the UN, ICRC, and Red Crescent. It also authorizes the formation of a Board of Peace, a transitional governing body for Gaza, which Trump would theoretically chair with a mandate until the end of 2027. The resolution also raises the possibility of a Palestinian state, something that Israel strongly opposes. And there's more on this from our correspondent Susan, who sends us this report from New York.
At the United Nations Security Council, a highly anticipated resolution authorizing an International Stabilisation Force in Gaza has passed. The vote marks a significant shift in diplomatic momentum, signaling support for a coordinated security and humanitarian presence on the ground there. The resolution lays out multi-year mandates focused on restoring basic services, securing aid corridors, as well as creating conditions for long-term political talks. Now, it also commits participating nations to deploy personnel under a unified command structure with regular reporting requirements back to the Security Council. For supporters, this is seen as a breakthrough, an opportunity to prevent further instability and begin the long process of reconstruction. Critics, however, warn that the mission's success will ultimately depend on cooperation from actors on the ground and sustained financial backing. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.